Hello everyone, welcome to the Sam Fury Show. In this episode, Sam from samfury.com and Aventuras from sfnonfictionbooks.com discuss chapters 12 and 13 from The Message Game, written by Ice White. Chapter 12 is titled, Are These Really the Best Photos You Have of Yourself? And chapter 13 is titled, Snapchat, Is It Worth It?
Okay, so you know how people always say, first impressions are everything?
Mm-hmm.
Well, get this. Imagine a first impression based on just like a handful of photos.
Oh, wow.
That's basically the world of dating apps, right?
Yeah, totally.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Go on.
We're taking a deep dive into a summary of this really interesting book called The Message Game. And it's all about cracking the code of online dating.
Oh, interesting.
So get ready to take some notes because this deep dive is going to be packed with seriously good advice to help you up your profile game.
I'm ready.
All right, so the book jumps right into it, photos.
Okay.
Apparently they are super important,
I can see that.
like make or break important.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people decide to swipe right or left before they even read your bio.
Oh, wow. So it's all about the visuals.
It's a visual world out there.
It makes sense in a way, right?
Mhm.
Like when you're scrolling through all those profiles,
Totally, it's overwhelming.
you're making split-second decisions.
Exactly. So first impressions are everything.
For sure.
And this book really stresses the need for good quality photos.
Yeah.
Recent photos,
Yeah.
photos that actually look like you.
That makes sense.
Like no more using that 10-year-old picture from college.
Oh, yeah, the old bait and switch.
Exactly, because authenticity is key, right?
Totally. Think about it. Would you rather connect with someone who's being genuine,
Right.
even if it means showing a few laugh lines,
Yeah.
or someone who's hiding behind a filter?
Yeah, you want the real deal.
Building trust is so important, especially online.
Absolutely. Okay, so the book goes on a whole rant about selfies,
Really?
especially mirror selfies.
Oh.
Big no-no, apparently.
I kind of get it.
Yeah.
It's like they can sometimes come off as a little bit less natural,
Okay.
like less in the moment,
Yeah.
compared to a photo of you out with friends or doing something interesting.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between a posed photo shoot and a candid shot.
Right, one feels more authentic.
Exactly.
And speaking of authentic, the book really emphasizes showcasing your interests in your pictures.
I like that.
It's about showing your personality, not just your looks.
Give them a sneak peek into your world.
Exactly, and it gives people something to talk about.
Right, like conversation starters.
Exactly, like imagine seeing a photo of someone hiking on their favorite trail.
You instantly get a sense of who they are.
Right, or like cooking an amazing meal.
It tells a story.
And they even give the specific example of like close-up shots of someone playing an instrument.
Oh, that's cool.
Apparently that's a real winner.
I can see why it's unique.
Yeah.
It shows talent,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a great conversation starter.
Totally. Okay, get ready for this.
Okay.
Photos with pets, especially kittens.
Yeah, wait.
The book says it can be a surprising attractiveness booster.
Interesting.
It sounds strange, but there's actually some psychology behind it.
What is it?
So kittens, they're often associated with warmth and playfulness
Yeah.
and those nurturing qualities.
That makes sense.
So even subconsciously, seeing someone with a kitten might make them seem more approachable.
Like a halo effect.
Exactly. Okay,
Yeah.
so what about photos with other people?
Like group photos.
Yeah, are those a good idea?
Good question.
So the book actually gets pretty nuanced here.
Oh, really?
They say group photos can be good for social proof,
Social proof.
especially if you're with other women.
Interesting.
It kind of sends the message that you're someone others enjoy spending time with.
Like, hey, I have friends.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but,
Okay.
they also caution against too many guys' night out photos.
Oh, I see.
It's about finding that balance, you know?
Yeah, showcasing your social life, but also making it clear that you're looking for someone special.
Exactly. You don't want to give the wrong impression.
Right. It's all about sending the right message.
Okay, so we've talked about the visuals now. Let's talk about the words.
The bio.
Yes, because even though those photos are super important,
Mm-hmm.
your profile write-up still matters.
Of course.
And the book gives this example of a successful bio.
Okay, let's hear it.
And it's actually brilliant in its simplicity.
I love those.
Okay, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Garlic bread enthusiast. Can cook minute rice in 57 seconds. Unbeaten Monopoly champion since 2007. Looking for someone to play hide and seek in IKEA or go to Legoland with.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right?
It's memorable.
I know.
It's fun.
It tells you so much about the person.
It does. Let's break it down.
Okay.
First of all, humor.
Yes.
Humor is so important. It's disarming. It makes you stand out.
Absolutely, and it uses such vivid details.
I know.
I can picture this person dominating at Monopoly, and then that last part, looking for someone to play hide and seek in IKEA.
So good.
It sparks your imagination.
It does.
It suggests fun date ideas.
It makes you want to get to know this person. Okay, last but not least.
The digital dating dilemma.
Okay.
Snapchat, yay or nay for dating app follow-ups?
Ooh, good question.
What do you think?
I'm going to say nay.
Right, the book is not a fan. Too ephemeral.
Right. It disappears.
And it lacks that social proof element we talked about.
It doesn't really show you off in the best light.
Exactly. So the book recommends sticking to the classics,
Like what?
Instagram, maybe even good old-fashioned Facebook
Makes sense.
for those post-app interactions.
It's all about meeting your match where they feel comfortable.
And where they're more likely to actually engage in a conversation.
Exactly.
So to recap what we've learned so far about crafting that perfect dating app profile,
Okay.
it's all about quality over quantity when it comes to photos.
I like it.
Choose images that represent the real you. Highlight your passions. And for goodness sake, steer clear of those selfie pitfalls.
The kiss of death.
And don't underestimate the power of a well-crafted bio.
So important.
One that sparks curiosity and leaves them wanting more.
I love it.
It's like a teaser trailer for your life.
Exactly. You want them to be intrigued.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here,
We have.
but we're just getting started.
Oh, there's more.
Oh yeah, in the next part of our deep dive, we're going to be tackling the actual messages.
This-
The art of the message.
I'm excited.
Me too. So we've talked about crafting that eye-catching profile, right?
A digital storefront.
Exactly. But now comes the fun part.
The actual interaction.
Yeah, the messages.
Sliding into the DM.
Exactly. And this book has some really strong opinions on how to write that perfect opening message.
Ooh, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so they actually caution against being super generic
Okay.
or using those cheesy pickup lines.
Oh, yeah, those are the worst.
Right. Like, nobody wants to read, "Hey, beautiful," for the 100th time.
It's like they didn't even look at your profile.
Exactly. And the book makes this really good point.
What's that?
It says you're more likely to stand out if your message shows that you actually took the time to read their profile.
That makes sense. You want to show that you're interested in them as a person.
Exactly. Not just another face in the swipe.
Right. Like, imagine you're at a party
Okay.
and someone comes up to you and immediately forgets your name.
Awkward.
Yeah, not a good look.
So how do we avoid that awkward first message fumble?
Good question.
Yeah.
So the book suggests finding something specific in their profile that you can comment on or ask a question about.
I like it.
Maybe you share a favorite band,
Oh, yeah.
or you're curious about their trip to Italy.
Right. Something that shows you're paying attention.
Exactly. So instead of saying like, hey, how's it going?
Which is so overdone.
Right. You could say something like, I'm also a huge fan of that band you mentioned in your bio. What's your favorite song?
Ooh. I like it.
You see what I did there?
You're showing that you're genuinely interested.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about sounding witty or clever in those messages?
The pressure to be charming.
I know, right?
So the book actually emphasizes authenticity over trying to be someone you're not.
Okay.
They say it's much better to be genuine.
Even if it means your jokes fall flat sometimes.
Exactly. At least you're being yourself.
And that's what really matters in the end, right?
Yeah, totally. You want to attract someone who appreciates you for you.
Okay, so let's talk about timing.
Ooh, the when to message conundrum.
Is there like an optimal time to send that first message?
Or to respond to a message.
Yeah, because I know some people who like every minute.
Oh, I've been there overthinking every text.
So what does the book say?
They actually say there's no magic formula.
Really?
Yeah, it's more about being responsive and engaged when you do have a chance to connect.
Okay, so if you see a message and you're into it,
Don't wait 3 days to respond.
yes.
Just to play it cool.
Exactly, because momentum is key, right?
Exactly. Online dating is all about momentum.
So if you're feeling a connection, nurture it.
Exactly. Respond in a timely manner.
Keep the conversation flowing.
Don't be afraid to take the initiative.
Ooh. Like, suggest moving things offline. Because at the end of the day, the goal is to meet in person, right?
Absolutely. The app is just a tool, a starting point.
So you've navigated the messages, you've got a date.
Time for the first date.
Any advice from the book on how to make that transition?
They have some really good tips.
Weigh it on me.
They recommend keeping those initial conversations light and fun,
Oh, okay.
focusing on getting to know each other's interests and personalities, the basics.
Makes sense.
And they also say to avoid overly personal or heavy topics.
Oh, yeah, too soon.
Yeah, save those for later when you've had a chance to establish a rapport in person.
So no need to plan some elaborate over-the-top first date.
Exactly. Keep it simple, keep it fun.
And see where things go.
Exactly. They even call it a vibe check.
A vibe check, I like that.
Takes the pressure off.
So much better than calling it a date.
Right.
Okay, so you've had your vibe check. It went well. Now what?
Now the real work begins.
Oh no, is that bad?
No, not at all, but it's important to keep the momentum going.
Okay, so what does the book say about navigating those early stages of dating?
They stress the importance of clear communication,
Okay.
being upfront about what you're looking for.
No more games.
No more games. Be honest, be direct,
I like it.
and be respectful of each other's boundaries.
That's huge.
It's about fostering a connection built on mutual respect and understanding.
No more mixed signals.
Or more mixed signals.
So it's all about finding that balance between being true to yourself and also putting your best foot forward.
Exactly. It's not about pretending to be someone you're not.
Right, because ultimately you want to find someone who loves you for you.
Exactly. And who you are is pretty awesome.
Okay, so we talk about communication, but what about those red flags?
Ah, yes. The dreaded red flags.
How do we spot them early on?
The book actually dedicates a whole chapter to this.
Really?
Yeah, they say it's so important to trust your gut.
Okay.
Like, if something feels off, it probably is.
Don't ignore those red flags.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to walk away if you need to.
It's about protecting yourself.
You deserve to be with someone who respects you.
Okay, so we've talked about the serious stuff, but what about keeping things fun?
Oh, yeah. Dating shouldn't be all serious and stressful.
So how do we keep the spark alive?
Well, the book emphasizes the importance of playfulness and adventure,
I like it.
right? Keep things interesting. Try new things together.
Don't let the spark fade. Keep dating each other even after you're officially a couple.
So many good nuggets of wisdom in this book.
It's like a dating Bible.
I know, and we've only just scratched the surface.
There's so much more where that came from.
But unfortunately, we're out of time for today's deep dive.
Oh, bummer.
But hey, there's always next time, right?
That's true.
So for now, go out there, put your newfound knowledge to good use.
Craft those amazing profiles.
Those thoughtful messages.
Then most importantly, have fun out there.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And who knows, maybe you'll find your perfect match.
The digital world is your oyster.
Until next time, happy swiping, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Sam Fury Show. If you found this episode useful, let us know with a like, follow, and share. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to visit samfury.com and join the free newsletter. As a subscriber, you'll receive access to all the original book summaries, which you can download as PDFs, no more than one email a week containing a roundup of the latest posts and exclusive content which is only for the mailing list. It's completely free to join at samfury.com.